What's good, YouTube? Free World Gang and out. You already know who it is. Your boy Xavier Khalid, Mr. X. Get the name correct, so I know that you respect. Back with another video if you didn't know. Hey man, make sure you leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, do what you do to your regular YouTube video. And we're gonna get straight into the article today. So this article comes from Catherine Jezer Morton over at New York. And she says, social media's last taboo. It's okay to be every kind of person online except struggling. Now, if y'all watch any of my other channels, y'all know that I'm not afraid to put my struggles on display for y'all, just so y'all know about the come up. I mean, I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling trying to get this channel up. I'm struggling with my music. I'm struggling with finances. I'm struggling in all types of areas, but you still see me come creating this content for y'all so y'all can enjoy. Miss Catherine, she goes in talking about how she made her first Facebook post in 2007. And ever since then, it's kind of like been a social conditioning, and people have it hardwired into their minds about what they see and what to post. You know, having things such as the highlight reel and the comparison trap. So she says, with social media being our central medium of self-expression and where most people do their reading, we kind of got into this place where things have become taboo to even talk about because of these social media spaces, and even the most media literate of people haven't noticed this. It just completely reshapes the framework and the boundaries of what we can and cannot talk about. She goes on to say that she's done plenty of research on a book that she's currently writing and she's going to publish about how social media is reshaping our social landscape about these things which are taboo to us. And she says, throughout all the diversity of answers, the one thing that's glaringly clear is that we cannot post about our struggles, or at least while we're going through the struggle, because it just highlights a sense of failure within ourselves. And she also says, which she's completely right about, that GoFundMes are probably the only place where the struggle is openly talked about, because most people, when they're struggling, they're just actively pushing out things that make them feel better, instead of saying that, hey, I'm struggling right now and I need some help. So essentially, social media is making it to where we can't even admit to some of the basic things that actually happen on the outside world, because these things apparently don't happen on social media. What things that don't happen on social media? Getting divorced, falling ill, having a death in the family, having a death of somebody who's close to you, having, you know, running out of options, such as not having a job, not having your hustle failing, your business failing, or just simply running out of money and not having it at the time. So she goes on to say that the root cause of this is back in 1997, where white collar workers were being called to ditch the corporate lifestyle and go for a more personal branding and marketing. And by the time that Facebook and MySpace rolled around 2005, she was saying that, you know, it kind of gave people a platform to actually have this personal branding out on full display, which later led to content creators and social influencers. And what is taboo about being a social influencer is you can't influence people, or so people think that you can't influence people, because you always have things such as education and knowledge that you can use. But as a social influencer, you have to already have that lifestyle to be able to prove that you know what you're talking about and that people should follow you, even if you give vague advice, even if you don't necessarily even if you aren't necessarily a great speaker, a great motivator or anything. The one thing that is supposed to drive people towards you is you already having that lifestyle. She says that these things take away from us actually being able to see the things that make life what life is, you know, that make it complex, that make it ironic, that make it inconsistent, that make life mysterious. Instead, everything on social media is all linear. On social media, everything seems like it's just one path straight forward towards success. You go on YouTube, it's people teaching you how to get rich. They teach you how to get rich from trading. They teach you how to get rich from content creation, from just living a lifestyle, selling people a dream. They teach you how to get rich from doing all types of different quick get rich quick schemes, and all these avenues essentially just lead to a place to where like people believe like there's no possible way that I could struggle if it's all this information out here and it's all these people in the forefront who aren't struggling at all. We don't see them ever. Sorry, my alarm went off, but we don't ever see them go through any types of hardships in their life, and all we see is the highlight reels. I'm gonna have to agree with her. I believe that social media is a very superficial place, and you can pretty much show whatever you want to show to people. So you don't want to show people that you're struggling. I mean, there's plenty of channels that I've seen where it's people who were vlogging every day while they were homeless, and they ended up coming up off of YouTube and becoming successful YouTubers, and they're doing plenty of great things with their life now. So it's people out there who do display the struggle, but it's so rare and it's so taboo that when it does happen, it's kind of like a breath of fresh air. Or on the opposite end, instead of being a breath of fresh air, you start seeing the trolls come out of the woodworks, and they start hating, and they start sending that, that negativity towards your way. But if you keep going, if you keep compounding, keep working on your craft, then the people who love you will truly show up. But that's gonna be the video for today, man. Make sure y'all leave a like, share, comment, subscribe. Do what you do in regular YouTube video. Make sure you hype this video up after you like it and turn on post notifications. Hey man, it's been your boy Zay, Free World Gang and Naughty. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me. Keep holding it down. Saga continues. Peace. Love y'all.